So Simon's got his coat on.
Radio Wey.
Last programme next week.
That's right, man.
How do you feel about that? Emotional?
Sorry, do you want me to...
Yeah, it's okay, we can hear you.
You can hear me?
You feel emotional about it?
Well, I mean, it's just beginning, really, isn't it? This next 7 days is going to be a roller coaster for me.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm not looking forward to sitting on the front seat.
No.
Because that's, admittedly, if you are ill, everyone else behind you gets it, but it's still quite scary to be up the front, and that's where I'm going to be next week, sitting right there with that harness on and going, let me off the top. You know?
Yeah. And have you sort of made any preparations for how you're going to handle this whole...
Psychologically?
Well, yeah, that and physical as well, because obviously it's an endurance test, isn't it, for you?
It is, and when you get curveballs thrown in like tonight, who knows what's going to happen next week. I personally... will be doing. I mean, there'll be some meditation probably on Thursday, Friday.
Candles.
Yeah, maybe 3 or 4. But generally speaking, it's meditation, acupuncture, and
yoga.
There'll be a bit of yoga, and there'll be some. What's that?
Smoke, incense.
Well, yeah, I mean, within reason, and obviously without breaking any health and safety laws. Yeah. But yes, it's all there, and it's all to do with bringing a calm and yet authoritative and excited and emotional framework in which to present next week's last show.
What sort of training have you done, though, in order to get yourself into the correct mindset?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of physical training, obviously, because just to get here this evening, it's not a journey of the mind.
Is that what the kayak is on top of your car?
That's right. I mean, it's and I don't know if you know, the watercourse is some way away from here as well.
Yeah,
so it's a journey of the mind. It's also a journey of the body. So I'll be bringing both with me to the table next week. But I can't at this stage be sure exactly what that's going to feel like.
And are you setting a precedent with this whole thing, or is there anybody who's actually...
No, I tried to get Mr. Cameron to come in for an interview, but no, he said, even though I'm not a president, I'm a prime minister, I'm still not going to come in. I'm kind of, if you like, I'm in the queue at the moment for the ticket, to buy that ticket, to get onto that roller coaster, and actually standing in a queue can in itself be quite nerve-wracking. So that's what I feel now, sitting in front of you, thinking about the next 7 days ahead. Dietary
requirements, so just quickly, sort of things that you...
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to a lot of back issues of Health Naturally, obviously. Tash is a rock, really, when it comes to providing me with both nutritious and thought-provoking ideas for the health of body and mind. So yes, a lot of that. It's going to be a busy week, and on top of that, I've got my normal life to lead. So I'm going to be pretty busy next week.
Support from family and friends. Lastly, I mean, what type of support are they giving you to be able to get just bring yourself together in order to do this?
I mean, obviously they are. I mean, as I say, I wouldn't be either the man I am or physically here today if it wasn't for them. So I can only say that I'm hoping that their strength will continue, and obviously I'll be leaning on them slightly more over the next week in order to just keep focused on next week's show. And I think they're going to play a major part. I mean, obviously they'll contribute to the show as they always do, but I think that's really the icing on the cake. I mean, really, they're going to be making the mixture for me this week, and kneading it, preparing it, putting the fruit in, and generally making sure that the ingredients are there to make not just a juicy cake, but also one that everyone else will want a piece of.
I've heard this rumour, and I just don't know if it's true, but it's something that I must ask you.
Please.
That Delia Smith was actually involved in part of the preparation work for your dietary requirements.
Yes, indeed. We, despite the being unable to get Mr. Cameron involved, Mrs. Smith was actually very keen to join in the preparations, and yes, she will be sub-consultant on the final mix of the cake.
And when you finally come out, and when you come out the other side, that's in sort of 3 months' time, have you thought ahead about how you're going to take things forward, how you're going to come back into mainstream, how you're going to climatise back to the actual natural world? Yeah,
I think it's a valid point, because I think it's as much as there's a build-up to the last show, next Monday, 7:30, Radio Wey, there's also the fallout from, 9 o'clock Monday Mix, because obviously I'll be sitting away from the desk, and you'll be still in your prime, as it were,
That's right.
and with many more weeks ahead of you. So I'm looking for. Obviously, metaphorically, I will be. The roller coaster will have finished. I will be looking to take that harness off from my neck, and I'll be looking to step away from the train itself and not feel too giddy, and to be able to walk away with dignity, and not to hold whatever's inside me to hold it and not make a mess. Really.
Yeah, and those dynamics all come into play, don't they? Just at a crucial time.
Yeah.
Just when the moon is aligned with the Earth, and obviously you've got Pluto, sort of throwing in a bit of a googly.
Let's not forget that this whole thing is, very much centred around those kind of movements, because you don't take those kind of aspects of life lightly, and obviously to finish on an emotional high, you need the stars with you need the spirits with you, and they are aligning. For me personally, anyway, I know everyone has their own chart, but I'm aligning very, very strongly next Monday at 7:30 on Radio Wey.
What I'd like you to do is quickly don a pair of headphones if you're able to,
yes.
Because I do want to beat the intro with you and play it back to you from a song that you won't have ever heard before, from a year that you were hardly born.
Really? Where did you get the idea for that from?
Well, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's been something that's been playing on my mind for a few weeks now, and you've done this to me over and over again, and basically I've failed miserably every time when I've tried to guess, apart from last week when obviously I guessed it was I can't remember now.
Jive Talking.
Oh, Jive Talking, that's it. But this week I'd like to sort of turn the tables as a testament to you, really, because you have been my guiding light for the last few months that you've taken over. You got your headphones on?
On.
Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of clues.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, this is from 1987.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay, it's about an artist who brought poetry. He brought poetry into pop music. Okay, it's about him.
Right.
And it's a group that's singing this particular song.
Okay, so it's a song about somebody.
It is a song about somebody.
Okay.
Okay, so we're just going to play that on record deck one.
Have
now.
I got a certain time, or you don't? I suppose you don't know, do you? When Smokey Sings by ABC.
Let me just check. You're right.
Oh, of course I'm right.
Well done. Actually, you are a legend.
The best you could do to make up for that, to stop yourself looking silly, is to not crash the vocal now. Off you go. Let's do it. Come on, be professional. Come on, go back to the 80s. Come on.
Simon Bode, have a lovely week. See you next week.
Lullabies